every Pokemon with impossible feats. Arbok is terrifically strong in order to constrict things with his body. It can even flatten steel oiled drums. Once Arbok wraps his body around his foe, escaping his crunch's embrace is impossible. When Mankey starts shaking and his nasal breathing turns rough, it's a sure sign that it is becoming angry. However, because it goes into a towering rage almost instantly, it is impossible for anyone to flee its wrath. It is impossible to defend against punches and chops doled out by Machamp's forearms. Its fighting spirit flares up when it faces a tough opponent. Geodude is impossible to distinguish from rocks. It slams against others in contests of hardness. Once Cloyster slams its shell shut, it is impossible to open, even by those with superior strength. When Nidoking goes on a rampage, it's impossible to control. But in the presence of a Nidoqueen it's lived with for a long time, Nidoking calms down. While apparently doing nothing, Hitmonchan fires punches and lightning-fast volleys that are impossible to see. Jinx's cries sound like human speech, however it is impossible to tell what it's trying to say. It is nearly impossible to parry Scyther's attacking scythes. Its movements are like a ninja's. A prehistoric Pokemon that died out when Omastar's heavy shell made it impossible to catch prey. Igglybuff has a very soft body. If it starts to roll, it will bounce all over and be impossible to stop. Once Crocodile has clamped his jaws on his foe, it will absolutely not let go. Because the tips of his fangs are forked back like barred fishhooks. They become impossible to remove when they have sunk in. Ferret makes a nest to suit its long and skinny body. This nest is impossible for other Pokemon to enter. Because of Ninja's swift flying velocity, it can become impossible to see. Doublade's attacks are so rapid and intricate, it is said to be impossible for even a Master Swordsman to stop them. And lastly, the first symptom of Meridian's stinging is numbness. The next is an itching sensation so intense that it's impossible to resist the urge to claw at your skin. And that's